Yo, what's good, everybody? It's 3 Stacks in here, and I'm representing the squad, of course, on a daily basis. And today I just kind of felt like making a deck, so I decided to create a Prediction Princess Shaddoll kind of variant. It's a little different. It's not really standard. It's kind of techy, really spicy. I really think you guys are gonna like it because all of my decks are creative, and I just try different things and see if it works. And this deck, it's pretty dope. The way it came out. So basically, the idea with this, I wanted to make a deck that could ritual, synchro, and fusion, and XYZ, but consistently do all four. So this is what I came up with, and we'll start off the main deck with 3 Prediction Princess Terra Trait. She's just like an engine. She's an engine built in herself. It's like she triggers your princess effects, she triggers your Shaddoll effects, and also I run a small worm engine because I do like the worms a lot. I'm a hidden arsenal advocate, so she's just too broken to not run at 3. And also you distribute her for herself. And 3 Spirit of the Fallwind. She's pretty busted. She's Stratos for any flip effect monster. I like her a lot. Like just having the 18 body and also just searching any flip effect monster from your deck to your hand is pretty broken. You hardly ever normal. You actually most of the time you just set, but she is just the best way to normal summon. And then going into the Shaddolls, 3 Beast for the draw power. And if you happen to discard a Shaddol, if you discard Hedgehog or Falco or Squamata, you end up breaking even and you don't lose a card. It's pretty cool. And then two Hedgehog. I could run 3, but I just don't want to open with hands with 2 Hedgehog. I'd rather just draw 1 and preferably really just end up running into it later on in the game versus like hard drawing it early, because it's not a solid body. Like every other Shaddoll has pretty decent stats. And then 2 Squamata. Squamata, like when you fuse with him, you just get to mill and deck in more, and then like he has that effect where he could pop a monster. It comes in handy. And mainly I just run him kind of like a Foolish Burial just to mill more Shaddolls. It's pretty good, and it just ups the count. And he's a level 4, so he helps for rank 4s and also optional Synchro Blaze. Then 2 Falco. I might run him at 3. My thing is I just don't want to draw into him first turn because you just would have no targets for him. But he's pretty broken. I like him a lot. And he's also the tuner of the deck, so he's like an MVP. Like I try to reuse him as much as possible. And then 1 Dragon to sum up the Shadolls. Dragon, he's pretty cool. I mean, he can bounce or pop a back row, but I've always just played him as a one of. He's just one of those cards. You play it at 1, you can play it at 2, but you don't want to play it at 3. And then for the princesses, I try to focus a lot more on Coin Norma, because like she specials any flip effect monster from your deck, which is it comes through. Like she's a lifesaver. She can even like use her effect on herself, and you could just go through all 3 of them just to stop 3 attacks, and then you can land on like any level 3 or higher Shaddoll. You can land on a worm. Like if you're trying to bait everything out, you can use her effect, and then for the 3rd one, you can special summon your Yegin just to have that 1800 defense. Like you won't be able to use his effect because the turn you use her effect, you can only do princesses, but you can get out some pretty nice defense to block out the last attack. So she can be like offensive or defensive, and also she just sets up your engines. Like you want to immediately special summon Shaddoll Beast from your deck with her effect so that you can draw. And yeah, she comes through. And she's also an Earth, so you can make Shikinaga. That was another cool thing. The Prediction Princesses have like all the attributes, so like you can do a bunch of cool fusion plays with your Shaddolls. Then 2 Prediction Princess, Aerosylph. She can mainly I recycle my ritual spell. She can search it from deck or grave. And the cool thing with these is they search any ritual spell, and the other one searches any ritual monster. So you can run them in any deck that runs rituals and make it better. But a lot of times I just use her to keep adding prediction ritual from my grave to hand, because I like to leave it in deck for my pre-prep so that I just don't draw a pre-prep that's dead. So I just use her mainly just to recycle, and also she's a level 4, so she does come through. And oftentimes I'll like banish 1 to 2 prediction rituals a game, and then just save 1 and just keep reusing the same one off of her effect. And then lastly for princesses, 1 Crystal Dean. She also happens to be a water, so you can make your Noyatilis. And she's just really cool. She has 2200 defense. She's a level 5. You do have the option to make ring 5s because you have 4 level 5s. I just I could, but I just didn't want to put it in. But yeah, so she's a water. She searches and she has a big booty, so she's pretty cool. And it's just you have a lot of options, and this deck is just it's really cool. And I like being creative with my deck building. And then for the small worm engine I talked about, it's just these three. So I do run W Nebula Meteorite, and I want to be able to combo off with it. And mainly I was running it because it's kind of like Sinister Shadow games, but better. You can pretty much trigger a whole bunch of effects at once and just go plus city. But also, I wanted to run these because I want to be able to draw off of the W Nebula Meteorite, because it does change off face down monsters to face up. But during your end phase, you have the choice that you can change any worms you control back to face down. So you can it's a cool combo with links. Like once you have your board, you can flip up links, and then during the end phase, you'll draw one card off of his effect, then change him face down, and then draw another card off of the W Nebula Meteorite. So it's a cool combo, and you just go plus off of it. And Yegin is also cool because he can bounce a monster. So it just helps a lot having that compulsory effect, because a lot of monsters they have effects when they hit the grave, so you can just use him, and he's kind of like your second Shaddoll dragon. And then the king, I just run one king because I want to have a target for resolving the meteorite to special summon him from deck. And then after that, he's pretty much just 2700 beater. I mean, if I happen to have one of these two guys, you can pop a card, but it doesn't happen that often. But I would still definitely just keep the one worm king in the deck because I just want to have a target to special. Just make the full advantage that I can get out of that trap, because it's a really good trap. It's broken. Then 3 pre-prep, pretty consistent. Like the deck doesn't really have problems getting to what it needs. It's just not the best deck, I'm not gonna lie, but I still like it a lot, and it can make some pretty fire plays. So if you underestimate it, you're gonna lose to it. Then 3 prediction ritual, it's really cool. It's a ritual spell, but it's also a Stratos because you can banish it. Except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it next turn, and you can search any prediction princess monster you want. So this is cool. I do understand that some people may try Subterra prediction princesses, but since that's kind of already been tried, and I also know prediction princess Shaddolls have been tried, I wanted to build a variant that hasn't been tried before, and that's why I'm kind of running more prediction princesses than the other people do, and I'm also running the worm engine. Because I just hate having the same deck as everybody else. I don't like it. And then 2 Shaddoll Fusion. Nobody really plays around this anymore. It's it's pretty good. It's just like a free fusion. And then L Shaddoll Fusion to be able to disrupt your opponent's play. And then 1 Instant Fusion. More than often, I just use Instant Fusion to either make a rank 4 or to special summon Falco, and then make another synchro play. And then for traps, the best cards in this deck are the traps. It's the 2 Black Catastrophe. It's so cool. It can end your opponent's battle phase, and then it has an effect where it can banish itself. You can target 2 monsters on the field, including at least 1 prediction princess, and change them back to face down. So you can set your opponent's monster if it has a face-up effect that is really annoying, like a continuous effect, or you can just bait, or you can just set 2 of your own monsters, reset them. So it's a cool combo because you can banish this, right? You can set your opponent's monsters. Set your monsters back to face down. Then you can either Shadow Game and then flip them back up, use their effects again. Or you can Meteorite and trigger their effects all over again. So the traps have combos. So we have 2 Black Catastrophe. We've got 2 W Nebula Meteorite. It's just so good. It's broken. And then 2 Shadow Games. So all of these traps combo with each other. I'm sorry if you can't see them, but 2 Shadow Games. So all these traps, they combo off each other. These are kind of like the meteorites, and also the shadow games are kind of just to overextend and breaking boards and making boards, and the Black Catastrophe kind of sets you up for them. And it also can just be like a bait or a stalling card. So this is the most perfect ratio for me, just having all 6 of these cards. This is more to be defensive and just to gain more resources and grind it out, and then this is just to combo off. This is just to combo off and go ham. So it's pretty cool. It's some cool combos you can do in this deck. It's just so fun. I just had to showcase it because it's super cool. I like it a lot. And then 1 Shaddoll Core. It's really here to recycle any Shaddoll spells and traps, and also to be the fusion substitute that I need. So yeah. Then extra deck. 3 Wunda. Wunda's pretty clutch. She's wow. She's so good. You can make some cool boards. It's awesome. Winda Prediction Princess that's a cool board. If you can try to go for Crystal Wing, I'm sorry, Clear Wing. No, Crystal Wing is right. Crystal Wing, Winda, and Prediction Princess Territory. That's a broken board too. So we got 3 Winda, 1 Grista, 1 Annoyed Tillis. The only Shaddoll fusion that I want to run that I don't have is Shiki Naga. And I do have Earth Target, so I can definitely run her. I just don't own one, so that is unfortunate for me. But I'm running these 5 fusions for now, and they're all pretty broken in their own ways. And then the Norden for the instant fusion. And for Synchros, Trishula, Crystal Wing. Yeah, I was right. I always confuse their names. I meant Crystal Wing the first time when I said it. So Crystal Wing, BLs, Clear Wing, Stardust Charge Warrior. And this is kind of just to overextend and then still make Crystal Wing. So you'll make this, you'll draw a card, then you'll instant fusion, bring your Norden out, and then bring back another Falco. And then synchro with this, and then make Crystal Wing. And it's pretty cool. You just have strong boards. And it's like, it's a deck that people just sleep on. Like, they don't care about princesses no more. Nobody really likes Shaddolls unless it's in trains. And nobody cares about worms. So, like, I just like running old school decks and making it work. The Utopia package, Emerald, and then King of the Feral Imps. There's a few things I would change, but, you know, I just have to keep playing with the deck and learn its strengths and weaknesses. But for now, I really like it a lot. So I appreciate you guys for tuning into the content. God bless you guys. Be safe. Have a good day. And like, comment, and subscribe if you will. I would really appreciate that a lot. And y'all take it easy.